expensive.
Yeah, wild, and it's from Bosphorus. It's not from Marmara. It's not from Black Sea. It's from Bosphorus.
Are the laws enforced by the government? We have good laws, but are the laws enforced?
Now, yeah, no controls. There is a law, but no controls. At least the government also understood that it's not the way of sustainability. So we have to make new regulations. We have to change all the rules. But the biggest, the giants of the vessels, this we call them as the lords of the seas for the catching, making the industrial hunting. They are so angry for these new regulations because they don't care about the sustainability. So yes, there will be new laws for the catching in the Marmara, Bosphorus, and the Black Sea. But we don't need the new laws. Just we don't need the new. We need a strong controls.
Very nice to meet you. Very nice in my time here. This city has given me some of my most memorable seafood meals. But when I'm in a hurry, I think nothing compares with the humble balık ekmek, or grilled fish sandwich. It is perhaps the definitive Istanbul street food. Most of the vendors, like this man, are poor Kurdish migrants from the east. And they live in a very different part of our square mile, just across the road from the boutiques and art galleries. Let's get a look at the neighborhood. Photographer Fatih Pinar has been documenting the rundown district of Tanabasha for 12 years. Now this neighborhood too has been targeted for gentrification by the government. Most of the Kurdish tenants here will have to leave. Many have already gone.
The government wants to push these people and just they want to clean this area. I mean, just gypsies and Kurdish peoples and poor people.
It's very run down.
Yeah, lives here. And this project is not for these people who lives here. You know, they just want to make gentrification. You know, they are just preparing for who want to come here, and you know, this is like a new Istanbul, and it's like a trend. You know,
So like the other side in Galatasaray.
Yeah. They are not thinking about the real people who choose to living here. You know, they not just choose. You know, they must be here because in this dirty and old buildings are very small and the rental prices are so cheap. They just save the out of the buildings. You know, in the houses will be all new. You know?
Just the outside,
So this means it's not real renovation. You know, okay, a little bit dirty and you know poor neighborhood, but you know very energetic and you know happy people. Kids are playing on the streets. You know, it was a very special neighborhood. That's why I choose here. You know, but now like almost died neighborhood. You know, they killed.
Back over the road, Istiklal Street, once the commercial artery that ran through Old Pera, is again a magnet for today's shoppers. Everywhere there are echoes of its past grandeur. This courtyard, a lovely spot to take tea, used to house some of the most fashionable shops in the city, owned by ethnic Greeks. Only one Greek shop survives today, Katia, the hat maker. Hello, Katia. Nice to see you, and to see your wonderful hat shop. How do you do? Little has changed inside this shop for 50 years. nor in the way that Katia makes the hats. They're bought mainly by members of the small non-Muslim communities that remain in Istanbul.
The courtyard here was a green, open space. I had very high-class customers. But now, they don't often come because this place just isn't the same. Beyoğlu has changed a lot. Beyoğlu was a little Paris.
Beyoğlu en çok değişti. Beyoğlu küçük bir Paris'ti.
Do you miss the past? Many of the finest buildings here were made by Greek and Armenian architects. Those communities were driven out in an unhappier nationalist phase in Turkey after the collapse of the Ottoman Empire. Nayat is a young Armenian who finds the lack of reference to Pera's vanished minorities disturbing.
I have a thing with the buildings because I believe that they have a soul and heart and they've witnessed so much in here. So the absence really upsets me, and because there were memories and there were like there was a history there from the construction to running of the places. There was something going on. There was a life going on there. Now nothing's left. Our culture is in the risk of disappearance. That's another problem, especially the Western Armenian that we speak here. So we need support from the Turkish people as well to kind of survive our culture. I wouldn't prefer if they say, oh, okay, you're Turkish, we don't care about your Armenian identity, let's leave it and we will be in peace. I have friends like that, they would never prefer to talk about my Armenian identity, they just ignore it.
If the past is a problem, well, there are at least plenty of pleasures to be had in the present. Pera is bursting with talent, artistic, entrepreneurial and musical. The jazz guitarist Unda Fochan can claim to be the man who started it all here.
Hey, Jonathan.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you. How are you? Welcome.
Pretty good. I do love the street.
Yeah, me too.
My favourite parts of Istanbul. We're so close to the
Actually,
tower. Unda opened the first jazz club in the shadow of Galata Tower when it was a dingy, forgotten neighbourhood. That was just 10 years ago.
I'm optimistic, I can say, because the old buildings, the old structure is being revived, they are renovated, and they are getting into the people's use, and the people who really want to use them and in a proper sense are using them. So
It's a good energy.
It's a good energy. So it brings good vibe to the place in general, the area in general. So not to worry.
What a wonderful way to end our time in this very special square mile of Istanbul. There are certainly risks to its rejuvenation. The danger that its amazing history may be glossed over by the shine of gentrification. But I can think of few other places that have such a sense of fun and energy. For more of our coverage of Turkey, you can go to our website, www.bbc.com/